to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined by the big man himself, Caoimhin Agyarko. Caoimhin, I've already done it, but I'll say it again. How was your new year, buddy?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Quiet enough. Obviously, good to have a decent 2022, and I'm looking forward to 2023.
Well, you had a very, very good 2022, but then obviously the tail end of it there, you picked up a little niggling injury. Well, an injury. How is that? How's the healing process going with that?
Yeah, it's a nightmare, mate, to be honest with you. Obviously, I felt that I had a good momentum in 2022, and I was ready for a big fight in October, and then to have to pull out with 10 days ago. It's been a bit of a weird one. It's because it's not, my hand's not sore unless I punch, but I've went and got scans and MRIs and spent so much money on seeing hand specialists and whatever else, and I'm still no further on than I was when I was in camp. In terms of healing, I would say it's healed. So I've got a fracture. I had a fracture in my index finger. Something wrong with my ligaments, and then something wrong with my ligament in my thumb, and that's where the main problem is. So I'm going over to see a hand specialist on Wednesday in Manchester, and hopefully that's the start of things moving forward in terms of him telling me what's next, because I've been seeing a hand specialist while I'm back home, and like I said, I'm no further on than I was in October. So go over to Manchester Wednesday, see a hand specialist, and yeah, hopefully he can tell me whether, listen, right, you need surgery, let's get you in and let's get it done, or no, this is manageable with physio sessions, or whether you're just putting a stent or whatever it may be.
Well, that's the thing. Obviously, I was going to say is a time scale on your return, but it sounds like there isn't a time scale. It sounds like you don't know a date when you will return, do you?
I don't. Listen, I wanted to be out in March. I wanted to get surgery before, if it was surgery, I wanted to get surgery before Christmas. Rest up, because I was told if I need surgery, it will be 2-3 months healing process. And then out in March, and then hopefully May time for Croke Park. But I doubt I'll be out in March time. I do think I'll be back for May, as long as we get a push on with this. And if it is surgery that I need, see, I could go get surgery and it could be minor. It could just be a little cleanup job, little tidy up. You need this attached or whatever else, and it's something minor. And hopefully that is the case. So if so, I'll definitely be back for May. But I'm working towards May, and that's my goal. If I could get out in a little run out, maybe at the end of March, April time, then so be it.
You said obviously you're still training, you're still keeping yourself relatively fit. I'd imagine it's just the punching side of things you can't do. So are you still in the gym training, at least on the treadmill and all these sort of things?
Yeah, like I'm literally only home from the gym. I had a strength session there. So I had running yesterday. I had a strength session this morning, and then I'm going to do a boxing session later. Now I can't punch with two hands, but I've still got another hand that I can use. So listen, it's and that's what I said. Like I wanted to go over. I'm gonna try and go over to Liverpool and stay in camp until May, whether I need to get surgery or not, because I can use this time to work with Joe even more, and make our stage click together even more so, and learn so much more off of him in this time where I'm not having to push myself focusing on a certain fighter. I can just work on the basics and the simple things, and be that step ahead for whenever I am ready to go.
You mentioned Croke Park there in May. Now, that is a show that you need to get on. As an Irishman, bringing big time boxing back to Ireland like that, like Croke Park, I believe that holds 90,000 to 100,000 in a GAA game. With the field and all, that could be well over 100,000 people. Irishmen going absolutely insane. So there's no way on this planet. I'd imagine even if your hand was falling off, you'd still be fighting on that show.
Yeah, it's a stadium that holds, I think, 83,000, and then you got the pitch. You know what I mean? So you're looking at 90 to 100,000. You can hold in that stadium, like you said. But like you said, there is nothing that is stopping me from fighting in Croke Park. I don't care. It's a dream of mine to fight back home in a stadium like Croke. I think the last time somebody fought in Croke Park, I believe it was Muhammad Ali or somebody. Do you know what I mean? So to fight in Croke Park, it'd be a dream of mine come true, and I'm not letting anything get in the way. Listen, I don't want to hinder my career in any way, shape, or form, to be set back even longer. But that's why I'm making the right choices now to rest up and heal and go and get surgery so that I am ready for Croke, and then we can push on straight after that and big fights back in Belfast. I don't care. It has to happen. Belfast has to happen as well. And once Eddie sees the support that I get in Croke Park, he will have to push for Belfast.
I think he will. I think Eddie's very keen on branching out to new territories. We've seen him out in Australia. I know Belfast. He's been at Belfast a couple of times, but he hasn't been there as much as people might think, because Belfast is a fighting city. And obviously with you and your following, and he's got high hopes for you to become that world champion, I think Eddie will make a return trip to Belfast very, very soon, if it's not the tail end of 2023.
Yeah, definitely. I think as well as you've got the likes of Gary Cully that sells a lot of tickets. It's an exciting fighter. Just sending an extension on his deal with Matchroom. You got Thomas Carthy. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of great fighters that can be on the card as well in Belfast, and it's also promoting their careers back home. Do you know what I mean? In Ireland. So yeah, I think Eddie will invest in that at some stage. If it's not the tail end of 2023, it'll be definitely the start of 2024, and hopefully I'm in the position by that stage to fight for world titles. And listen, do you know what? Like I always says, everyone keeps asking me what's my goal for 2023, and it's to be active. It's to fight back home. It's to fight in Croke Park. But I want a European title fight. I think. I understand in boxing you can't skip levels. You learn something along the way at every stage, and I think, yeah, maybe ranked number 10 in the world, but I think European title fight would put me in good stead for world level. So a European title fight back home would be amazing. The end of 2023.
Chuck a name at you then for an exciting European title fight in Belfast. You probably know who I'm going to say. Josh Kelly's had that great win over Troy Williamson. I think with his style and your style, it's a great matchup because you're both like it's like a, how do I put it? It's like you've got a good, you don't just stand with your hands up. Do you know what I mean? You've got a flair about your boxing style, the pair of yous, and it's like I can see that gelling well with you and Josh Kelly. Is that a fight that interested you for a European title in Belfast?
What about listen, 1,000,000%. Troy Williamson, Josh Kelly, whoever it may be. Listen, me and Josh's style would click and would gel rightly. Do you know what I mean? And Josh is just coming off a great win against Troy Williamson, and yeah, if our names were thrown in the hat for the European title fight, it's a fight that I would definitely jump at. I believe that Abbas Baru is his stablemate, his gym mate, sorry, was meant to fight for the European title against a fellow German man. So I think so anyway, and he had to pull out with an injury. So listen, whoever's in contention, I want my name in that hat, and whoever has the European title at the end of 2023, I'll be knocking on their door, and I'll be knocking on Eddie's to make that fight happen.
How much of, obviously we've talked about Belfast for you, but how much does that mean to you? Is that does that need to happen in 2023 for you? Because we've talked about it for so long, and it's, I mean, Mick Collins bringing shows back to Belfast, but for you, does that need to happen in 2023?
It has to happen. It has to happen. It's crucial for my career in terms of building me as a star that Eddie thinks I can be and believes that I can be. He spoke about the press conference in Belfast whenever the Wood Condon fight was getting announced. He spoke about making me not only a hometown star but a global star. And listen, there's no point making me a global star before making me a hometown star. And I think it's crucial for my career. I've got a great following. Listen, I cannot express how much, like, Belfast is an amazing city. You've been many a times, and you know it yourself. the people in Belfast are like no others, and I walk down the street and the love that I get off just kids, men, women, whoever it may be, that have just seen me, don't even know me, but they'll still stop and go out of their way to congratulate me or wish me all the best, and you know, it means so much to me. So I feel like I owe them one. I owe them a big night back in Belfast to show that I appreciate them and I'm thankful for the support that they give me. And listen, I'm an Irishman through and through. I love my city. I love my country, and I don't want to fight anywhere else in the world other than Belfast. You know what I mean? That's it's like fighting in Madison Square Gardens for me. Do you know what I mean? Fighting Vegas. So I can conquer all them once I've conquered Belfast.
Listen, when that Belfast trip does happen, I know we've got Colm out there in Belfast, but I'm going to have to just probably step on his toes for this one. Or we can work together, I suppose. We can both be there. There's enough room for two of us in Belfast.
Me and you have spoke about this conversation many, many times, and if you weren't there, I'd be very, very disappointed. So you got to make it happen.
Even I'll be there 100%. Even if I have to buy a ticket off you, I will be there. Listen, one final one from me. We're sitting here, January 2024. We've spoke about, obviously, Croke Park and Belfast, but this time next year, what would you like to have happened in your career?
Picked up a European title, and at this stage next year, I would be looking to go into 2024 with, obviously, I'm top 10 in the world, but ranked amongst the governing bodies and ready to fight for a world title.
Even listen,
I give myself I always said that I wanted to be a world champion before I was 28. I just turned 26, so I'll be 27 this year. Next year I'm 28. I've got to achieve that goal and dream of mine. So next year I'll be a world champion without doubt.
Yeah, I did say that was one more for me, but I've got to get your thoughts on the Chris Eubank fight and Liam Smith fight. It's 2 weeks away, and obviously Liam's from the same gym as you, and you sparred Chris Eubank, so it'd be stupid of me not to ask your opinion on this fight. So yeah, fire away, your thoughts.
It's a tough fight for both men, and I think it's whoever get the tactics right. Listen, I see Liam in the gym. Obviously, I haven't been over, but I've seen him in the gym. I've seen him spar. I know how good he is. Chris Eubank actually asked me for sparring for this fight, and I just didn't reply. But yeah, it's a tough fight for both fighters, and I believe that Smith is the superior fighter. I think he's better fighting on the inside. When he sticks to the game plan, he can be better on boxing on the outside as well. And I just think that down the stretch, Smith might be too much for him in terms of Liam comes on very strong towards the end, and as of recent, you've seen Eubank kind of fade towards the end. So I do believe Smith will get the win.
Listen, Keith, it's an exciting fight. I'm lucky enough to be in Manchester for it in a couple of weeks, so I'm looking forward to it. And if you're staying over the UK side for a long time, then and you're going to be at the show, I'll see you there. But if not, listen, hope the hand heals up quick as possible and you can get back punching with both hands very, very soon, mate. But as always, thank you so much, brother.
Perfect. Thank you, Andy. Appreciate it.
Yes, Kevin. Speak to you soon, mate.
See you later.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.